You know, sometimes there's just nothing you can do about it, but we'll see how it works out here in the second half. We've got 20 more minutes to see if Case can get back in this one. They'll start with a 3, and the rebound follow. They're going to call David Thompson for a. Wow, I'm kind of stunned on that foul. It looked like David had all ball, and his body wasn't anywhere near Kupferberg.
I don't think he quite agrees with that call, and that's a really sour note to start the second half on. Other than stating the obvious, it's just not what you really wanted to do. Putting their best player at the line. I suppose if there is one bit of consolation, Kupferberg is not a great free throw shooter, but
then he went and made 4-4 in the opening half.
He did. Well, he starts by bricking 2 here in the second half.
Boy, NYU keeps that ball active, though. You are not secure with a rebound until you actually have it physically in your hand.
And wrapped up with 2 arms around it. You know, maybe that'll motivate Thompson a little bit here in the second half.
Holman gets a nice spin, laid it up and in. So David Thompson picked up his 3rd foul. Case down 7, that's Kupferberg. Left him open, he missed the shot. Chung and Holman will bring it down for Case. Another high screen. Thompson rolls out of it. This is Person with a drive left. Shot up, goes, and he was fouled. Julian Person fouled by Patrick Burns.
And a little flex of the right bicep as he walks to the free throw line. Person is an emotional player, and
yeah, you never have a doubt how Julian's feeling when he's on the basketball floor.
Nope, he definitely wears his emotions on, I should say on his arms, because sleeves wouldn't be appropriate when he's in a basketball jersey.
So Connor Adell's going to give David Thompson a break. I think I heard Coach McDonald say, just give me 1 minute, give me 2 minutes, couple minutes on the bench. He's got 3 fouls. He picked up that 3rd one, or right away here in the opening of the second half. This is Burns with the basketball.
Well, and Adell has played well, and there's no doubt Thompson's going to be needed in the second half of this game.
Kupferberg with Adell on him.
Great
now
job
it's
by
Tana with a good ball fake.
What a great job by Holman over there to force Kupferberg to pick up his dribble. Then all of a sudden he had nothing to do with it, and he had to pass it off. Great defensive play.
Holman with a high screen from Adell. Little weave out top. Person from 16 feet, missed it long. And coming down with a rebound and falling to the floor, and just a mix-up of bodies there. Connor Adell's going to draw a foul. That will be Adell's 2nd.
Oh. He didn't mean to do it, but he did. Actually, that's his 3rd personal.
Boy, he'd wish it if I was keeping his personal fouls. He'd be 1 less short. So he's got 3, Thompson's got 3. Chung with defense. This is Tana. Feeds it to the young man from Athens, Greece. Gontikas missed it, and here comes Case the other way. Spartans with an opportunity here. They're on a 5-0 run. They were down 9 at halftime. NYU is yet to score in the second half. Fouls on Max Ralby. Joe Nesci wants a full timeout. NYU's going to come over and see their coach of 26 years. Case will do the same with Sean McDonald. We'll take 1 too. We'll be back.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
Nice kids.
NYU's going to, or actually Case is going to break their huddle here shortly. They're wearing the white warm-ups for Throwback weekend. It's got the emblem on the front. They'll come out in their brown jerseys. If you've just tuned in and you wonder why they're wearing brown jerseys, it's Throwback Weekend here, the 9th annual, and Case is honoring the history of the Case Institute of Technology, founded in 1880 by Leonard Case Jr. and forming with Western Reserve University to make the college that we know today. That's Jimmy Holman. And the Spartans are within 2, Brendan.
Little by little, you're not going to get it all back at once.
This is Kupferberg working against Adele, gets him to leave his feet, and Connor's going to draw his 4th foul.
Well, it was less Adele leaving his feet and more Kupferberg doing a really good job of leaning into his right arm on his way up to the basket.
This is turning into a real dilemma for Coach Sean McDonald, what to do with his big guys. David Thompson just answered my question. He said, let us play.
Oh, is that funny? Right on cue.
Yeah, he's standing right next to me as I said that. And he just answered the question. I don't know if they heard it. Maybe they heard it on the broadcast. David clearly said, let us play.
Well, just in case there was any doubt, when you start to get into foul trouble, sometimes that can serve as a really good motivator. And not that David Thompson's the kind of player that needs that extra motivation anyways, but anything to fuel your big man.
Holman draws it, kicks it out to Thompson. Julian with a step, laid it up and in. Does the primal scream off the screen?
He is starting to feel it here in the second half, man. Dane McLaughlin and Julian Person are both playing bigger than their stature. I mean, they're not that big again. They're tall, but they're lanky. And they're banging around with some of these NYU forwards underneath. How about that? Case is pulled within 1 after trailing 41-32 at halftime. It's 43-42. Very well done. That's how you climb back in it quickly.
And the only points are free throws for NYU.
You know, they've done a great job denying in the low post and forcing NYU back into their lack of a comfort zone, which all season long has been shooting the ball from mid and long range.
Kupferberg just bangs him in. Gontikas got the rebound.
Don't you get the feel that when they start to back somebody down when they're within 5 feet of the basket, they're going to score more often than not? Those two guys are just unbelievably athletic. And on top of that, Thompson has to play very carefully because with 3 fouls and Adele having 4, he's not going to really have anybody to spare him.
Somehow, Julian Person kept that in control, and he found his teammate McLaughlin, and Dane's got 20.
And remember the other big man on the bench that Sean McDonald would like to go to, Brian Clements, is unavailable, still battling an injury.
Good ball movement. NYU does a great job of moving that ball.
Well, they certainly do, but don't forget to credit Tim Chung on the backside of the defense, keeping his arms in the air the whole way. It's less movement that he had to do to deflect that ball out of bounds and let his defense catch their breath. I think Case is pretty motivated here in the second half.
Gontikas working inside. No, that's off. That's Kupferberg. Long 3. Missed. Thompson with a rebound. Well, that's something that Yoha Ago did not do in the first half, and that's missed that outside shot. Holman on the drive against Ago. Missed the shot. Kupferberg with the rebound.
He had it right at the rim, but he spun it the wrong way off his hand.
Jimmy with good active hands. This is Tana inside. Shot was partially deflected by Person. Foul in the backcourt. Who's it on?
I think it's going to go on Ryan Tana, yeah.
Well, it would have been nice if it would have been on Kupferberg. That would have been his 3rd. Second foul for Tana.
I don't think Joe Neshi's too pleased.
It's a tight one, 45-44. NYU with a 1-point lead. Long ways to go, though. Stick around.
This year, Qdoba will cater like 10,000 parties.
Where? When? I'm there.
Well, these parties are hypothetical. I was just talking about Qdoba catering. Hot taco bars with fire-grilled chicken and marinated steak, flour tortillas and taco shells. You'll also get their hand-smashed guacamole, cheese, sour cream, lettuce, and salsa. They'll deliver to your home or office, and they'll even set it up.
Can I bring a guest?
Oh, boy. Visit Qdoba.com today for more information about Qdoba catering. Qdoba Mexican Grill. More to explore.
That little lady's excited to see a fun game this afternoon. Maybe she's here for the doubleheader too, because the Case women will follow this one at approximately 2 o'clock. NYU and Case coming out of their respective huddles. It's been a good game since the opening tip. It has been a game of runs.
Back and forth, and it's almost weathering the storm for both of these two teams. And right now, NYU is trying to hold their breath a little bit so they can get something together offensively, because it has been all Case on offense this half.
One thing to think about as the minutes wind down here is Thompson's short from the left baseline. Because of the matchup issues today, Case has been forced to play their guards an awful lot. And you just wonder how that's going to play into effect as the game gets late. Chung with a steal.
Well, Holman's had pretty fresh legs lately, so I'm not too worried about him. And Chung, being second in the conference in minutes played per game, he's used to playing a high number of minutes. But we haven't seen a lot of Alvarez, and he has typically filled in pretty nicely. So I
haven't seen Spencer Boyd at all.
Haven't seen him at all, you're right. So I'm hopeful that won't become an issue for Case.
Thompson against Gontikas. David missed the shot. McLaughlin had a partial tip. Kupferberg comes down with a rebound. Gontikas, short, got his own rebound off the glass, and that one's good. Kostas Gontikas with 10. Leads back to 3, and reaching around and drawing the foul is Yoha Ago. That is his first. Ago's got 8 points, all off the bench. He has played well. Gontikas and Tana will take a seat. And checking on the floor is Papish, the freshman from St. Ignatius, along with Adam Zhu. Zhu, a junior from Hong Kong.
I'm excited to see that matchup between Papish and Dane McLaughlin.
Thompson inside, and he scores. Nice look by McLaughlin.
For as many points as he scored, he's got 20 in his 26 minutes. McLaughlin, 8 of 10 from the floor, including 3 of 4 from deep. 7 rebounds. He's had a great game, but that time it was his court vision that led to 2 points.
Papish with the rebound off the Kupferberg miss. That one went off of Tim Chung's forehead, and the Violets control. Long 3. Ralby.
You got to be careful. That might have been what New York needed to get started.
He's got 8. 2 threes.
Well, right now with Kostas Gontikas on the bench, as McLaughlin hits yet another 3, it's ridiculous.
I mean, he had I couldn't see the defender because the official was in my way, but it looked like the defender was all over him when he shot that ball.
He still drained it. With Gontikas on the bench, though, Kupferberg forced to play much bigger. He's actually playing the 5 right now.
Again. Boy, they did not rotate well defensively. Ralby's back-to-back 3s.
I think this is where you got to work Dane McLaughlin on the outside to David Thompson on the inside. Try to pick up another foul if you can here on Kupferberg.
Left-handed layup, rolls and drops. David Thompson with a nice drop step. Thompson's got 5. Gotta watch out for Ralby. He's hit 2 threes the last 2 times down the floor.
Well, Connor Adell's going to come back in and give Thompson a quick blow. Remember, Adell with 4 fouls right now.
Kupferberg straight up off McLaughlin. And Dane's going to draw the foul. That is his first.
Yeah, that was a frustrating foul. He went straight up in the air, but he didn't have his feet set at all. That just wasn't great defensive positioning, and got a bit of constructive criticism from his coach on this side of the floor.
Kupferberg has been fantastic from the free throw line. He is 7 of 9. 13 points.
He's an impressive scorer. I think he's got 8 of his 14 from the line. Is a little bit interesting considering on the season he has shot free throws at not exactly a good rate.
Chung tied up. Foul on Max Rolby.
Well, that's going to put them at the limit now. That's their 6th, and so Case will be allowed to shoot free throws for every foul the rest of the half.
Spartans down 4. 12 minutes left in this basketball game. This is Holman with the basketball. Ago guarding him and Kupferberg. Dane McLaughlin posts up.
How do you not laugh? He can't miss.
He's got 26 points. 25 points. Connor Adell working inside. Kupferberg missed the shot, got his own rebound, put it up and in.
Well, with Kupferberg matched up right now against Adell, that's going to be a very physical matchup on the offensive side of the floor for the Violets. They want to get Adell out of this game.
Oh, Person just missed the pass. He had Adell off the roll, wide open. Julian came down on somebody's foot, tweaked his ankle. Keep an eye on him. Sean McDonald wants a timeout. His team's down 4 with 11 left. We'll be back.
Cleveland Marriott Downtown at Key Center offers the versatility and reliability to meet your unique travel and meeting needs. From smart spaces to practical amenities to world-class service, our flagship hotel will deliver the quality experience you expect, backed by the Marriott name you trust. At Cleveland Marriott, we have one goal: to serve you better. Book your special Case Western Reserve rate by visiting us at clevelandmarriottdowntown.com and entering promotional code C0N.
Wonder if those two boys went sledding before they came to the game today. It is a great day to enjoy the winter wonderland that we all woke up to.
I'll tell you what, driving here, I got off 90 at Martin Luther King Boulevard and kind of drove through. If you're not familiar with the area, it kind of feels like a park area as you drive through. But this morning, I mean, it was like driving through Narnia, the way that the snow just so perfectly lined the trees and the streets. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Yep. Beautiful morning here in Cleveland, Ohio.
Wonder if he's thinking, what's he mean by beautiful? It's 35 degrees at the warmest, and it's
I had
snowing.
a shovel to get out. Beautiful is relative, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Here come the Violets. They've got a chance to increase their lead to 6, maybe 7 if they hit a three-point play. This is Ago. Ago all the way. Little scoop layup.
Nice move. That brings the Violets to their feet.
Approaching the 10-minute mark. Spartans are down 10. Thompson to Chung. Timmy was wide open.
Well, for as much as early in this game was back and forth runs each team, now each team seems to be answering each other bucket for bucket.
Papish spots up. Thompson up and grabs that rebound with Evan Kupferberg all over his back.
Thompson's 5th rebound of the game. Remember, he hasn't played a lot because of his 3 fouls.
Chung going to shoot it for 3, and he makes it.
Tim Chung, 4 of 6 shooting 3-pointers in this one. A UAA high 56 threes on the year.
Good work, David. Put you in.
That one important because it brings it back to a 1-point deficit.
Kupferberg bangs inside. Soft hook as he fades away. That's a tough shot to defend right there, because he hits you hard and puts you on your heels, and then he fades away from you with the soft hook. Hook shot's tough to block anyways, but when he puts you on your heels before he sets up for it, makes it impossible.
Especially on that baseline.
I mean, he really lays the wood to you too.
He's a physical player.
Thompson trusts the stroke. He had Kupferberger coming in hard defensively, and David just stayed true to his fundamentals that time. Well, that's a great example on tape if a young player could see that. I mean, Kupferberg was flying at Thompson, and David just stayed true with that stroke. And he made it. Boy, that's tough, though, when Tana comes down and hits that.
This NYU team is really good, Ron.
They are.
They are a rock-solid team. There's a good reason they're 13-4 this year. I'm trying to figure out how they lost 3 games in a row. I guess I can understand losing to the number 2 team or number 7 team in the country in Wash U. And Emory's also pretty good, but that University of Chicago loss is a bit of a head-scratcher.
Like Jimmy's pass was a second too late. Thompson somehow got it back, missed the layup. Papish with the rebound. Holman had Thompson wide open, but in the game of sports, especially at this level, it's that window is small. Ago to Papish. Kupferberger controls it. 18 seconds to shoot. Violets will bring it back out. They're up 3 with 8 minutes to go. In the corner, ball fake, steps up, missed it, and Papish comes down with a rebound. Fresh 35, Ago will clear it out, and they'll bring the ball back out to Ryan Tana. He'll hold at his hip.
NYU out-rebounding Case only 30-24, so comparatively speaking to how NYU's done the rest of the year, hasn't been that bad.
Papish off a screen and roll. Good defense by McLaughlin and Thompson, and ball was knocked out of bounds off Kupferberg's hand, and Case will get it back.
NYU does have 11 second-chance points in this ball game. So they've gotten those off of 11 offensive rebounds.
So it was a foul on Kupferberg that gave Case the ball back, not the ball being knocked out of bounds. So that will be Evan Kupferberg's 3rd foul. It's a shot of Kostas Gontikas as he's checked back into the game for NYU, and this is Thompson at the foul line.
About 4 guys for NYU on the floor right now have double-digit points.
Case is in the bonus. They'll shoot 1 and 1 the rest of the way, and at some point they'll go to the double bonus.
McLaughlin with a game-high 25. Kupferberg with a team-high 18. But the only numbers that matter at the end of the day, Ron, it's 63-60. And NYU going to try to add to that lead here.
Ralby and Tana out top. This is Tana with the basketball, and we've got a foul underneath the basket.
It's going to go against Ralby for an illegal screen.
That is his 3rd. Patrick Burns is checked back in for NYU. Burns, a 6'6" sophomore from Lexington.
This is a much bigger lineup. And right now, Thompson not on the floor. Case a little bit undersized.
They'll need to shoot a lot of those.
Who cares? Dane McLaughlin. Is there anywhere he can't hit it from?
He's got 28. Game's tied at 63. We've got 7 minutes to play.
In case you're wondering, McLaughlin's career high 32 points against Alma on December 28th, 2012.
Connor Adele gets the rebound, and Kupferberg's going to pick up his 4th foul. That's a key moment right there. Neshi's all the way out on the floor. Joe Neshi's not happy about that foul. I got to tell you, Kupferberg was up underneath the underarms of Connor Adele that time. There's Joe Neshi in his 26th year. He is exactly what you would expect from a head coach from New York University. I mean, he's true blue. Brooklyn College grad, 1979. 26 years at NYU. This is Papish inside against Adele. Papish with a little scoot. Wow! Boy, that cannot happen. Kostas Gontikas somehow got his hand in there, tipped it up and in. He's got 12, timeout on the floor. He's happy. We'll be back.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
This year, Qdoba will cater like 10,000 parties.
Where? When? I'm there.
Well, these parties are hypothetical. I was just talking about Qdoba catering. Hot taco bars with fire-grilled chicken and marinated steak, flour tortillas and taco shells. You'll also get their hand-smashed guacamole, cheese, sour cream, lettuce, and salsa. They'll deliver to your home or office, and they'll even set it up.
Can I bring a guest?
Oh, boy. Visit Qdoba.com today for more information about Qdoba catering. Qdoba Mexican Grill. More to explore.
Back at Case, and I'll tell you what, New York University, they're the only team in the UAA, Ron, that has more turnovers than assists. But today, 12 assists on 23 field goals, and they've only got 5 turnovers all game long. This has to be one of their most complete games of the year.
They have played well, and Case has matched them. It has been an outstanding game. 6.5 minutes left. It's a 2-point difference. Spartans are down 2. This is Person with the basketball. 15 seconds to shoot.
Look how far
NYU
outside the perimeter they're being
They've really
guarded.
brought it out. This is McLaughlin, threw the ball away. Rawlby with the steal. Holman tried to pick it, and Rawlby laid it up and in.
On-ball pressure is something Case has struggled with all year long. And they're really going to feel it now here toward the end of the ball game from this Violets defense.
Holman steps back. That's a 3, and he made it. They called it a 2? Well, I had a good eyeball on that one. I give him 2. It'll be 65-67. Tana with the ball with Chung on him. Now it's Burke. Back to Rawlby. Connor Adele banging inside.
Still no David Thompson on the floor for Case.
And Kupferberg is out of the game with 4 fouls for NYU. Rawlby with a crossover dribble. Steps up, missed it long. And the whistle and the foul. And Kostas Gontikas is going to get a foul up and over the back of Julian Person. Second foul for Gontikas. Julian Person will go to the free throw line. Last 2 times to the line in the 1-and-1. Case missed the front end both times. If they're going to pull this one out, they need to hit those free throws.
They've only hit 4 of 8 on the game. You're right. They've got to do a better job there. Just an update on scoring columns here. Rawlby's got 13.
Well, this will be a double bonus. That's the 10th foul, so they're going to get 2 even if they miss the first.
Person did hit it. Max Rawlby has 13. Yoha Ago has 10. Kupferberg a team-high 18. And 12 points along with 12 rebounds in just 22 minutes for Kostas Gontikas. Timmy Chung, 14 points. He's drilled 4 3-pointers. 28 points in 35 minutes for Dane McLaughlin. After 2 big free throws there from Person, knots the game at 67. He's got 10.
Sean McDonald brings his team in for a huddle. We'll be back with the final 5:16. We're knotted at 67.
Cleveland Marriott downtown at Key Center offers the versatility and reliability to meet your unique travel and meeting needs. From smart spaces to practical amenities to world-class service, our flagship hotel will deliver the quality experience you expect, backed by the Marriott name you trust. At Cleveland Marriott, we have one goal: to serve you better. Book your special Case Western Reserve rate by visiting us at clevelandmarriottdowntown.com and entering promotional code C0N.
Hey, stand up and cheer. Let's go. Let's get excited.
This atmosphere today
Completely different.
It's a little different than it was on Friday night. We had quite the student section here. There were probably 150 kids over there.
Those guys are still sleeping, I think, at this point.
We'll see if they show up for the women's game here at 2 o'clock. Thompson back in there now. Big stretch for Case here defensively.
Wow. Ryan Tana. Ago on Jimmy Holman. Inside 5 minutes to play. McLaughlin for 3. Missed it short. Haven't seen that much at all today. Dane McLaughlin is 28 points.
With that miss, McLaughlin on the day has hit 11 of 14 shots, and he's now hit 5 of 7 threes.
David Thompson with a partial block. Beautiful defense that time by David Thompson on Gontikas. Holman with a nice crossover dribble. Beautiful feed to Thompson, and he slams it home.
Well, the pick and roll game, Case has been working it all game long. No better example of it than that one right there.
Gontikas working inside again, long fadeaway. That was an awful shot. That just, Joe Nesci put his hands on his head, and he thought that was as ugly as I did.
Well, Case has a real chance here to upset at 13-14 as the Spartans try to make a push here, the second part of the UAA schedule.
Boy, they had the mismatch inside. Somehow, Ago got his hands on that. Ago's going to shoot it. Missed it short. Holman comes down with a rebound. Boy, Ago had a great defensive effort down there because David Thompson had the basketball in his hand going up for a dunk with Ago on him, and Ago slipped his hand in there and got the block. Holman with a fadeaway. Wow, up 1 foot too.
And Case takes their first lead in quite some time, 71-69. The Spartans have actually not led since the first half.
Since 27-25 with 5:09 left in that opening half. That was the last time they led. Timeout on the floor. Stick around for the final 3:05. We'll bring it to you.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
That is the NYU huddle. They're talking about what they're going to do on this offensive possession. Case in their huddle, and their fans are wondering if they can get a stop. They need a stop on this defensive possession. Up 2 with 3:05 left. One defensive stop will go a long way.
Case has been so good at home this year, 8-2, with those only 2 losses coming to Heidelberg in a bit of a head scratcher in the Bill Sudak Holiday Classic back on December 29th. They lost to a kind of a struggling Heidelberg team as the year has gone on, 72-65. And then, of course, last weekend on Friday, January 24th, they lost at home to Washington University, who's undefeated in conference play. But with wins over Chicago last Sunday and Brandeis just the other day on Friday, if Case could pull one out here today and win 3 in a row and come up with a big win over New York University, and then go play at Brandeis and at New York next weekend, that would give the Spartans a nice little edge going through the end of the season. This is turning out to be a really nice conference this year.
Tana with Chung on him. This is Gontikas out top. Back to Tana. Kupferberg, their best player, with the ball in his hand now. Max Rawlby will bring it back out. Ago for 3. He's hit a couple of those. Dane McLaughlin got up in the air, enough to keep it alive. Boy, Dane's, it's just tough for him inside against Gontikas. Gontikas is such a huge player.
It's like going up against a tree.
He's 6'9", 240.
He's an offensive tackle.
And it's 240. He's put together. It's not a loose 240, put it that way. This is Rawlby. He got a fresh 35 on that. Still has the basketball. Left-hand dribble. Gontikas.
Can't lose track of Ago out on the left.
Nice rebound by David Thompson. Good defense that time for Case as Tana.
Ago was open from beyond the perimeter on the left, and I just don't think they saw him.
Holman pulls up, missed the shot early in the shot clock. I'm not sure if that's what Case wanted. Jimmy felt it, saw an opportunity, but Kupferberg now inside against Thompson. He's almost unstoppable in there.
Oh, and Thompson has to be careful with 3 fouls here late in the game.
Game's tied. 71 all, inside 2 minutes to play. Person for 3. Boom! Julian Person. Fouls on Tim Chung, little hand foul out top.
Neshi not too happy. I'm not quite sure why. Case still 1 foul to go before putting the Violets in the bonus. They've still got 1 left.
This is Rawlby against Holman. At 1:20, Gontikas at the foul line. People left him alone. He drives to the lane, put it off the glass, and he traveled with the basketball.
Absolutely.
You know, I think he was surprised that everybody just kind of moved away from him. Like he hadn't showered in 2 weeks or something. They just moved away.
Yeah, all of a sudden, it caught him off guard.
Yeah, caught him off guard.
Can't say that's probably what I'd recommend doing, but it worked.
Big possession here. Big offensive possession and a big defensive opportunity for NYU. Spartans are up 3.
Got to come up with points here.
Inside, that's Person with a ball fake off the glass and good. He's got 17. Case is up 5 with 55 seconds left. Kupferberg missed it. Hasn't missed many. Thompson with yet another rebound. 40 seconds. Case is within 40. Fouls on Tana. Person will shoot 2. So Person's going to shoot 2. Well, and that is the 4th foul on Tana.
It's a good thing that Person was 1 fouled. If there's anybody who wants to go to the line that's on the floor right now, it's probably him.
86%
free throw shooter. Connor Adele, the only one better on the team, but a much smaller sample size. Adele's had 14 of 15 on the year.
Julian Person will look for his 18th and 19th point.
Only a 1.7 second difference on game and shot clock right now.
Well, if he makes this, it makes it a 2-possession game, and he does. So Case is up 6 with 36.7 left. That's Sean McDonald. He's liking what he sees. We'll be back.
This year, Qdoba will cater like 10,000 parties.
Where? When? I'm there.
Well, these parties are hypothetical. I was just talking about Qdoba catering. Hot taco bars with fire-grilled chicken and marinated steak, flour tortillas and taco shells. You'll also get their hand-smashed guacamole, cheese, sour cream, lettuce, and salsa. They'll deliver to your home or office, and they'll even set it up.
Can I bring a guest?
Oh, boy. Visit Qdoba.com today for more information about Qdoba catering. Qdoba Mexican Grill. More to explore.
All right, Coach, what's going through your head right now?
Well, you're up 6, and you've got 3 timeouts left, so that's certainly on your side, and the clock is your friend right now at 36.7 left. If I'm Sean McDonald, I'm probably trying to think about ways to guard the perimeter. I'll give up a 2-point basket at this point, because if this is going to turn into a free throw shooting contest, you're going to get 2 looks every time. That's guaranteed. So I'd be willing to give up something underneath if it's a fairly easy bucket. but guard the arc. Don't let them cut this lead in half right away.
I had my headset off because I was trying to listen in on the Case huddle, and you may have pointed this out, but one of the things that Coach McDonald's talking to his team about, reminding them that they still have one foul to give before NYU goes into the 1-and-1 situation. So if they feel they've gotten beat or they feel somebody's got an open look, they can take that foul and still not stop the clock and put NYU at the line. This is Tana. Off to Rolby, 3 in the air, missed it long. Thompson and Kupferberg fighting for it, and the ball's tipped off of Kupferberg's hand, and Case will get it back. So Connor Adell checks out. He had 4 fouls on him.
Well, but he went in for the strict purpose of being a big man on defense.
But I mean, what I was saying is he has played with 4 fouls for a considerable amount of time in the second half and just done a great job.
Yeah. Well, this would be a big free throw here if they can get just at least one and make this a 3-possession game. That would make it very difficult on NYU to come back.
Fouls on Max Rolby, that's his 4th.
Does not look like McLaughlin would set a new career high. He's still a little bit short of that. 28 points in the day, 32 is his career high. He's hit, I believe, 5 3-pointers. 7 threes was his career high against Emory last year.
Julian
free throw
Person.
there.
Hey, you know what, Brendan? Julian Person in the second half is 6 of 7 from the foul line.
Very important.
Make it 7 of 8.
They still have 1 foul to give.
Tana for 3 in front of his teammates. It's short. Thompson will come down with a rebound, and that's going to wrap it up. They're going to send David to the foul line for 2 free throws, but what a victory this is for Case Western Reserve.
And how impressive that for about 22 minutes they trailed in this game. I mean, they trailed for the last 5 minutes plus of the second half. They didn't regain the lead until about the 4 or 5 minute mark here in this half. It was, I guess, maybe a little closer to 21 minutes, but either way, I mean, Ron, for all of that being the case, very well done by the Spartans. They trailed by 9 at the intermission, and as soon as they got back onto the floor, they got right to it and cut it to a 1-point deficit.
How many rebounds David Thompson have today? That was
Thompson,
his 10th.
He's got a double-double, 10 points, 11 boards in his 29 minutes.
Julian, you're up.
Kupferberg adds to his team-high point total. He's got 22, and they're going to wind it out.